All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Martinez, operating from the gun. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Okay, ready? He's coming, he's coming. Let's go, D. Ready, go. Ready.
On first down, Martinez. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now Allen, and the catch made by Johnson, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 15 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go,
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Johnson. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. Under 10, under 10, 10. Joker. Go on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. It's Evans. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Martinez. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. To Johnson again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They run. It's Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Johnson taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the curve. Ready, go.
Now Martinez. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Run up.
To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Martinez operating from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Here we go. 60 out clock.
Martinez now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now Johnson. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Come on, lock it. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Back to throw. Martinez. Buying time to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Detroit.
19! Monday! I'm going to run you over. Let's go!
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
56!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. A fight for the football when it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run on first down. Evans. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's Martinez looking to throw on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. 2nd and 13. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. White now to return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Check the backer, check the backer.
From the gun, Martinez. And this is caught by Evans. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 23 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready, ready, ready. Mike is 15. Ready, go.
Hey, man. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
A 31-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that now makes this a 15-7 game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 37. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Ready, go.
Now Martinez off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jared Davis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They go again with Collins. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
That was a special return, and it happened Because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, here we go. 60, orange. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Set, 8, read.
It's 59, Mike to 59. Check back.
Set, hot.
Check.
54, 59. Heavy on the inside. Go.
Martinez to throw on 3rd down. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Martinez now operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Martinez. Complete. It's Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Martinez. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, that'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Allen's throw is complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Allen now looks to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Allen now on 1st down. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Allen again, going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are back within a single score. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Skirts by him at the 35. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, it's Evans. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, check, 59.
Sit hot.
Mike 5'9",
Here's Martinez to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Now Martinez throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Collins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes.
Allen hit. He lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
To throw is Martinez. Throwing to start the drive. And that's complete to Gates. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Johnson. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown assaulted. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
58, come on. Let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Allen. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, and it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago.